very much. Well, thank you, Carol, and thank you for allowing us to use this wonderful facility as the place for our celebration. Albert Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge, because while knowledge defines all we currently know and understand, imagination can point us to all we have yet to discover and to create. Today we're here to advance that vital mission, which is feeding curiosity and fostering imagination. And we're doing that by launching an exciting new statewide literacy initiative called stORytime, as Carol mentioned. And it's rooted on two of our most fundamental education learning principles. The first one is to invest early. We know that children who are reading and are proficient in reading at level in the third grade are 4 times more likely to graduate from high school than children who are behind. And the second principle is tapping into the larger community by working with businesses, individuals, government, a whole host of partners. We can accomplish together what none of us can actually do on our own. stORytime draws attention to the power of words and the power of language in building literacy. And this campaign is built around what I think is a universal truth, that an innate part of being human is telling stories. Every culture, every community, every family creates and shares stories. At the user experience level, stORytime, which you can find at www.stORytimeoregon.com, essentially creates an easy way for every parent and every caregiver to help their children every day and everywhere through books and stories and songs and play. At the education transformation level, stORytime seeks to build a broader awareness and a shared responsibility for ensuring that every child in this state is a proficient reader by the time they get to the third grade. The campaign intends to meet parents where they are, no matter what their circumstances, and provide them easy, fun ways that they can help put their children on the path to success. Now, ultimately, stORytime is one piece of a larger strategy, which is our 40-40-20 aspirational goal. That by 2025, we have a 100% high school graduation rate, that 40% of those students get at least 2 years of post-secondary education and training, at least 40% get a baccalaureate degree or higher, and the remaining 20 have a high school diploma that actually gives them the opportunity to move into the workforce. Over the past 4 years, with bipartisan support, we've actually done some pretty amazing things for education in Oregon. From adding almost $1 billion in new resources to our K-12 system, to full-day kindergarten, which will start next fall of 2015, to the first tuition freeze we've had in this state in 14 years. And throughout this, we have had this unrelenting focus on the power of early learning to change a person's life, and we've relied on leadership from every sector and every corner of the state of Oregon. With that, I'd like to just note 2 individuals who are here on behalf of all the dedicated, smart, hardworking folks that they represent. One of them is our Chief Education Officer and head of the Oregon Education Investment Board, Nancy Golden.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know that Nancy and her team have put in a lot of hard work to put together this campaign, and I just want to acknowledge you for a really tremendous product. The second individual is the CEO of Umpqua Bank, Ray Davis, and I'm not going to take the thunder away from your announcement, so I will just say thank you very, very much for bringing Umpqua Bank to the table and setting a really great standard and example that hopefully other Oregon businesses will follow. I just want to close with something that President Kennedy said in 1963 on a trip to Dublin, Ireland. And he said, "The problems of the world cannot possibly be solved by skeptics and by critics whose horizons are limited by the known facts and realities. We need men and women who can dream things that never were." Of all the resources, amazing resources we have in this state, clearly the most precious and the most renewable is our human capital, which is powered by the creativity and innovation and education of the young people of Oregon. There's no question but that we have some challenges ahead of us, and I think many of them perhaps are daunting. But if we are going to rise to meet those challenges, and we are going to rise to meet those challenges, then we need to do everything we can to foster every student's ability, as President Kennedy said, to dream things that never were, and that starts with reading. Ray, the stage is yours.
Thank you.